Alright, you guys, let's chat because it's been a minute and this is long overdue. So I didn't post for 2 months and then I randomly uploaded my day at Disney vlog, and I just feel like I have a lot to explain, mainly because I started this channel as a documentation for my future self of everything that I did when I was younger and different eras of my life and transitional periods and all the in between, so that I can look back one day and see how much growth there was. I guess as like a literal digital journal diary for me. And also it's fun to share my life. I love filming, I love posting, I look forward to it all the time. With that being said, these past couple months when I wasn't posting, I had filmed 4 full videos that I just never got around to editing. One of them being the Disney vlog, another one that is going to be going up very soon. But to be honest, I've been all over the place. My thoughts have been everywhere. I guess I'm still processing that I graduated, and graduation was something that I was looking forward to for so long. Since the beginning of senior year, to where I lost all my friends and I didn't talk to anybody. I was just waiting for the day to come that I would finally be free and I wouldn't have to see the people that I used to be friends with. I think high school for me was such an odd experience. It was nothing that I would have expected. I think that every single year was just full of growth and lessons, and while a lot of it was filled with fun and new experiences and memories made, to me the bad just overtook it all. Like, I just hated high school so much. I hated different parts of it too, and I guess my senior year, it was the fact that I felt really tied down to a schedule. I had to go to school every single day at 8:30 in the morning for like 7 hours. Me being super independent, I just felt like that was such a restriction and such a limitation that I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. I would have to work around school to film, to edit, to work on my business, to do this, to do that. And then in the middle of the first semester, I got a part-time job. So that was another thing that took more of my time. And I didn't do any sports this year, but even if I wanted to, I feel like I couldn't. I just feel like school took so much of my time that I couldn't do everything that I really wanted to. Needless to say, now I have the time. It is now summer and now I have the time. But it's crazy because I'm almost like, what do I do with all the time that I have? Which it's like, girl, if you were thinking about what all you could do, yes, that's all I wanted to do, was have time so I could film, so I could do this. While I'm still working on those things, my mind has just been all over the place with now all the time that I do have is like, how do I want to experience this time? Just enjoy it and live in the moment and do everything that I can with my friends, because that's another thing. I'm going to college. August 22nd is my move-in date. There's so much. Let me try and go in order here. Hold on. There's just so much to update. Don't even know where to start. So let's backtrack a little bit. When I went to Disney, the week before that, I went to admitted student stay at my now committed college, which if you told me that day that that's where I would have been going, I would have lost my mind, which honestly I was for the 2 weeks before I had to accept my offer. With that being said, I am going to be moving, which means there's so much more content I can film. I honestly can't even wait for it all. I'm super excited, and whatever it is that you guys are doing, if you're going straight into the workforce, if you're going to the military, if you're going to a 4-year, if you're going to community college, whatever it is, I just feel like this is a very transitional period for all of us. That was why I was thinking, like, how do I want to experience this last summer? Do I want to live in the moment? Do I want to go places with my friends? Do I want to work all summer? Do I want to take this summer to take another risk and not work at all and just go all in on my dreams? Which is exactly why I wanted to graduate so early, was because I'm a very ambitious person and I feel like I just needed the time to sit with my thoughts and figure out what it was that I really wanted to do, because I had always felt stuck and like lost, not knowing what was next, I guess. And even though I still don't now, I feel like I kind of have a sort of direction. And I saw this quote the other day that the compass was invented before a clock was, because direction is more important than time. It really stuck with me and I've sat with it. It really doesn't matter like how much time we have left, because this summer is gonna fly by, but it matters that I know what's next, that I know that I'm gonna go to college, that I know that I want to continue pursuing YouTube and I want to continue doing the things that matter to me most and keeping the people who matter to me most close to me, regardless of the time that we have left. So that's kind of where my mind has been. I feel like I've been all over the place thinking about all the different things, which I feel like is very relatable for all of us. 12 years of school, I've seen most of these people for a while and I'm never going to see most of them ever again, which is crazy. I decorated my grad cap with the words, "The rest is still unwritten." Here's my grad cap. The button fell off, don't mind that. I just think this cap is very me. I was trying to find something that was elegant and like bedazzled, but also matched my school's red. And the book pages, this was just very me. And it goes with the song Unwritten by, is it Natasha Bedingfield? I think that's her name. I literally made my whole Instagram graduation caption about that song. One of my favorite lines in that caption was, "The end of something familiar can only mean the beginning of something new." When people are scared of an ending or scared of a new beginning, the fear shouldn't scare you. It should be something that is exciting, that we don't know what's going to happen. You can think of a million different scenarios, but once you find the best possible outcome, just strive for that and you'll be fine. You literally are in control. And I think that's such a blessing, being able to have that control. And I feel like that's the one main feeling that I've had since graduating, is like, now I feel like I have control of my life. Senior year especially felt like I was still being controlled by those around me, teachers, schedules, work schedules, parents, whatever it is. I always felt like I was tied to some sort of expectation, and now I finally feel like I can set that expectation for myself and really figure out who I am. Okay, now switching gears into what I have done these past few months. I'm trying to think. I should probably go through my camera roll and see. Let's see. Okay, I think the last video I posted was end of March, so that leaves the entire month of April and the entire month of May. April is always a really busy month for me. Since joining FCCLA, I did a state leadership conference every single year in April, like towards the end of April, which we went down to Riverside, did the little Disney day, which that's the vlog that you guys just saw, and then we had our conference for a couple days, and then I came back. But before that happened, during spring break, which is in the beginning of April, I went to San Diego because San Marcos was the school that I was so set on. I thought that's where I was going to go. I was accepted. I got an early acceptance literally in either November or December. It was really, really early. Before I got any other school, San Marcos had accepted me, which was not surprising because their acceptance rate isn't super low, but it was just like, there's nothing else to think about. Like, I'm already accepted. I'm good. That's where I want to go. That trip kind of secured it for me. I was like, okay, yeah, I can see myself going here. I can feel the vibe and the liveliness of the school and the area and like the surrounding shopping centers and this. Like, I just envisioned myself going there. The following week is when I went to Cal State Fullerton, and I didn't want to accept it. I feel like I walked onto that campus and was like, something feels off. I almost didn't want to go to the day because I didn't want to give myself the option to think of something else, because I had already mentally prepared myself for San Marcos. After seeing all the opportunity and seeing the kinds of people there, I just felt like I belonged. Like, that's exactly where I felt like I needed to be. Because of that, I was still very stuck, because this was like literally from one week to the next. On the flight home, I literally was bawling my eyes out because I was baffled with the amount of emotions I was feeling, and in a few short days I had to pick and accept my offer to one of the both schools. So homegirl was going through it, but I ultimately decided on Cal State Fullerton, so that's where I'm going to be attending in the fall. Quick story time about that. So you might be wondering, how did you pick? What was the deciding factor? Honestly, the admitted students day was what made me even think to go there. I loved the vibe of the school. The opportunities are insane. After doing the pros and cons, it felt almost like a dumb decision not to go there. It almost felt like the decision wasn't mine. And when I mean that, I always have this internal feeling when I feel God is trying to tell me something, and that's exactly what I felt in that moment. There's been many times where I feel this really strong intuition, gut feeling, and every single time that I follow it, it turns out perfect. Everything is just exactly how it's meant to be, which either way I would have gone, I would have ended up exactly where I'm supposed to be. But I just felt like this decision was something that was higher than me, and it felt bigger than me, that I needed to pick this school. And it's not like it was a bad decision. I did the critical thinking and everything and did the pros and cons. But while I was at state, we catered Panda Express one day, and my friend was telling us that you're not supposed to open the fortune cookie and then read it right away. You have to finish eating it and then read it. I believe anything I hear, so I was like, okay. I picked one out of the bag and I opened it and I listened and I ate the whole thing, and then I looked at the fortune. Let me just show you what it is. I still have it in the back of my phone case because that's how insane this was for me, because I was so stuck, and Fullerton just felt like such a big risk and I didn't know what to pick, and I was just very stuck. When I go to college and somebody asks, why did you pick Fullerton? A fortune cookie. A fortune cookie ultimately made my decision for me. It says, take risks, the payoff will be grand. Any logical person would have picked San Marcos because it was very much the safer option for me. I had known more about the school. I had done more prior research. My cousin goes there. It was just, Fullerton was like so out of the question, but it just felt so right. The fear in me was excitement of not knowing what would happen, but knowing that that was where I was supposed to go. Literally, as soon as I read it, I was like, this is about college. This is about me going to Fullerton. I have to go to Fullerton. And sounds crazy, I know, but that's literally instantly because that's all I had been thinking about. It was a sign. I asked God for multiple signs and he put multiple in front of me, and this was the last one that I was like, this is it. Like, this is the one. So a little soft hard launch of what college I'm going to, but I suggest you guys go follow my Instagram because I'm a little more active on there and you'll see a lot more real-time updates. But with that being said, so much college content coming soon. I cannot wait. All the dorm move-in, and that was the other thing, is San Marcos's dorms were very homey. It was like very apartment vibes. Fullerton's very much a normal, typical 4-year communal bathroom style dorm. You guys are gonna see everything in between, from me moving, my farewells. There's so much content to come. I'm so excited, and I feel like I'm just yapping at this point about how excited I am. I love starting new adventures. I love new beginnings. I love fresh starts. This is one I've been craving for very long, so I really cannot wait. After that trip, I went to state. After that was Mother's Day, and as a florist, you can only imagine how busy I was. On top of all of this, I still have my part-time job. Homegirl was very busy. It was hard for me to even look at the footage and upload it to like see what I had. And after Mother's Day was just every senior event back to back. I had my culinary banquet, I had my FCCLA banquet, I had a senior sunset, we had the senior send-off rally, just a bunch of activities and things that I wanted to be at. And then finally graduation, which was on May 29th. It is now June 9th, so I've been on summer a little bit more than a week, and I feel like I've been spending it productively. I've been sorting myself out. I've uploaded one video, I'm already editing the next, and then this video is gonna go up very soon, hopefully before the one that I'm editing right now. I'm trying to find a steady routine. With me trying to see how I wanted to experience this summer was also me just trying to find balance. I think the answer for me is balance. I want to be able to balance everything from filming to college prep and still being able to hang out with my friends, hanging out with my family. My grad party is next week, and literally I don't have like anything prepared, but I'm super excited for that too. Like, there's just so much to look forward to, and there's so much content to film. You guys are gonna be seeing everything because now I have time. Part of me was like, this is your last summer to be a kid and to hang out without zero responsibilities. And then the other half of me was like, well, this is a prime time to start your career, to start what you want to do. And I just think instead of picking one or the other, I'm the kind of person who just wants balance. I don't want to feel like I'm stuck to one thing or the other. I want to do everything under the sun, which sometimes it can be a problem, but we're working on it. Balance, like I said, balance. So with all of that being said, with high school coming to an end, I just feel very blessed, very grateful. I mean, it's over. Like, this was just a moment I've been waiting for so long, and at the beginning of the year I highly detached myself from everything and everyone to the point where, like, at the end of the year I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm ready, like, I'm done. Which, I mean, depending on which lens you look at it, it's kind of sad that I didn't fully experience my senior year, but also I would have not been where I'm at today if I kept all that attachment to a school and not focused on my life outside of it, because then I would have been even more lost and even more stuck. I think for me, my corner of high school was FCCLA, so when that ended, it kind of felt like that was the end, and like that's when I had my emotions come out a little bit, but not really high school in general, because I'm not gonna miss those classrooms. I'm not gonna miss the musty bathrooms. I'm not gonna miss the fights. I'm not gonna miss the drama. I just have been so ready for this change, and I am beyond blessed that it's finally here. I couldn't be more excited to share the next part of my life with everybody and just do what I finally have been dreaming of doing for so long. YouTube has been something that I've been wanting to do for so long, and I'm finally taking it head on, going all in and just seeing where it takes me. So if you guys want to follow the journey, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Also, comment down below what you want to see from me, some stuff to expect. You got the party content, you got the dorm content, you got the college plans, you got the summer plans, just lots of fun things to come, so stay tuned. I literally couldn't be more excited right now. Just talking about all the things makes me so excited. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and that is all for my little life update. I yapped a lot. Thank you so much if you stayed till the end. See you guys next week. Bye.